Well, I got Shogun back from the shop, and the AC is working just fine, and it's not shaking when I hit the brakes anymore. So apparently I misunderstood him. He had said that he ordered the rotors when he did the brakes, but he didn't install them yet. So this last time when it was getting the AC fixed, he put the rotors in, and that all but eliminated the shaking. But so it was finally feeling good enough that I trusted it on the highway, and I drove it to the office for the first time today. And man, this thing is so smooth on the highway. The seat is so comfortable, and like these coilovers that are in here are so good. I mean, this car makes a whole lot of sense when you actually start putting some highway miles on it, other than the fuel economy, averaging 16.1 right now. But I wouldn't say that it's 100% mechanically sorted. It still has a few oddities going on, but it's definitely good enough that I can drive it now. So the next things that happen to this will probably be figure out what to do here with the head unit situation and get rid of this cheap window tint that's starting to flake. See, in the back glass is flaking, but yeah, time to start having some fun with this thing. So I had replaced my shift selector with a $20 eBay special, and after a couple days in Texas, didn't take long, it completely came apart. So instead of going that route, I just grabbed an OEM shift knob off of eBay. It's not for an LS400, it's actually a little bit lower profile, so it sits a little shorter than that one did. But I actually kind of like that, because I am going to end up putting the head unit down here and the climate control up here. So it'll be nice to have this kind of out of the way of the screen. All right, so time to have some fun with the Lexus. We've got some sound deadening. We've got the new vents that work for the non-nav. And then we've got the climate control for the non-nav. Got the amplifier. It's a 5-channel, so it'll run the front and back, as well as the factory subwoofer location. Got a head unit with CarPlay. Got the dash kit, some components for the front, coaxials for the back, sub for the factory location. That's the factory amp bypass harness, backup camera, amp install kit, and the RCAs to run from the head unit to the amp. So yeah, should get fun here soon. So the German is in town, and we got to work fixing all the leaks on this thing. Just kidding. We got busy starting on the audio install. Priorities, you know. So I was pulling out this piece of trim here, and the ashtray used to not open and close very well, and then I thought, man, this thing is a lot heavier than it should be. So yeah, it's totally full of change and a flosser and toothpick and who knows what other trash is hiding inside of here. But now I know why the ashtray didn't want to open and close very well. All of that fell out. So there's a side-by-side look of the difference between the factory nav unit and switching to a non-nav climate control and the double-din dash kit. It worked out pretty well. One thing I was a little concerned about was the mounting of the non-nav climate control. But I just pulled 2 screws off of the factory one, and and it was able to work with the Metra install kit. So yeah, so far it's been pretty easy. And I already had this is the old broken one, but I already had a new one ordered since these are messed up. And when I ordered the new one, I just went ahead and ordered the one that has the longer trim on the bottom. So it should all come together looking pretty good. We'll see. So the plan is to put the new amp in the factory amp location. And we did some fitting and it looks like it's gonna work, but there's a gap in between the AC vent and the amp, so we're experimenting with some different thicknesses of adhesive foam to put on the bottom of the amp that'll just keep it elevated and not make rattling noises against the AC vent there. So we'll eventually get that secured in there, and now I'm gonna start ripping this apart to run the wires from where the head unit goes to the amp location. Got the old Pioneer sub out and the new Pioneer sub. Quick progress update. We got the wire for the amp pulled through the firewall, and I already have the flume on it and up to the terminal, but we still need to cut it, and we're gonna install the fuse block on the inside of the fuse panel cover. So that'll look nice when it's on. Let's see what else. Haven't done much more here, but we have all the wires for the most part that we need ready to be hidden. We've torn the interior apart pretty far, and we're gonna delete the phone. Hopefully that won't impact the speaker in the back left door, because that's what's tapped to the phone to hear when you're using the car phone. And back here I have deck pulled apart and got the subwoofer wired up, wired in series so that we only push 4 ohms to it, because that amp is definitely too strong for that sub, so I don't want to push any less. But yeah, making some progress. We got wires all over the place, but we have managed to test it now before starting to tidy up and put stuff back together. And the head unit is working, and everything appears to be working except for the back left speaker, which is the one that had the cell phone tap in it, or car phone. We won't call it a cell phone. So we need to find that relay and bridge it, because we're just gonna pull this phone out. I'm not gonna roll around and hold this bad boy up and pretending to talk on it, although that would be fun. So back to it. Also still need to pull the door panels and replace the speakers. We were testing it with the factory speakers, but now it's time to start doing speakers too. Got the sub wired and sitting up there, but we haven't put it in. We still need to take the trunk apart and get to mounting it. Got all the speakers out, and I gotta say I'm honestly kind of impressed. The condition of them for being 26 years old, it's not bad, and none of them were actually blown out, but there's the new progress. Alright, the sub is in and mounted, and then I put a little bit of sound deadening on the inside of the factory cover. We reused the factory clip, so it's all pretty nice in here. Now I'm gonna start putting stuff back together. Well, it's all back together. fingerprints all over it, but new vents, climate control from a non-nav, the double din, all put back together. New speakers in all the doors. Amp hidden under the passenger seat. Turned out pretty good. I don't really love how we have that power wire for the amplifier just kind of chilling like that, but I am pretty happy with how we got the fuse block mounted on the inside of that fuse cover. I can paint that hardware black and it won't look like this thing has a chintzy aftermarket amplifier install. It'll actually look pretty good. And then on the back, we do have the backup camera mounted with the license plate bracket. Still need to tuck this wire, but it's working, and we got the lines sort of dialed in, so it's nice having a functional backup camera. Can't play music thanks to copyrights on YouTube and whatnot, but it's also really nice having control over my climate. Before, with the messed up screen, I couldn't really control it. Just kind of had to hope for the best and set the auto and the temperature. Now I can control the fan speed and which vents and all that. Ashtray closes better now. CarPlay pulls up. Backup camera. Got Weiss hiding over there. Yeah, all in all, I'm pretty happy. Thanks a lot to Z German for helping me install this. And Ryan helped for a few minutes. Give him a shout out too.